So when we talk about bad Pokemon games, a lot of people naturally go towards Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and there's a few reasons for that, and today I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I have a problem with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. On this channel, we keep up to date with all Pokemon news, and let me know what you think about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl in the comments down below. So my first point, and there's only going to be 3 today because, quite frankly, I don't mind these games. Now, they've been out for a few years, and I've replayed them, I don't actually mind them. But my first point is the time-sensitive events that they release, including Shaman and Darkrai. Now, my first point, I'm probably going for the most controversial one, to be completely utterly honest with you, and I would probably say because they're very old-fashioned methods of making these events. We all know that events these days, they are very time sensitive, but the issue was that back in the day when they first made these, you had to go to the shop and you had to collect these, you'd have to have the Wi-Fi transfer over to you with certain cartridges, and the issue is if you don't get it in time, then there isn't a proper way to get them, unfortunately, and there's a lot of Heart Gold, Soul Silver events that I have missed, that I'm very, very gutted I've missed. Like, the Arceus event in Heart Gold Soul Silver is legendary on how good it was, and there's no way to me experience it legitimately. And I think that's a bit of a downer, to be honest with you, because I know, for example, my brother missed the Darkrai event, and he's gutted about it, and this might just be a bit of a personal one, because I personally really like this event, and I was lucky enough to be in the scene to get these 2 events at the time, and I just haven't played them. But I know a lot of people are a bit gutted that they missed out on it, and I think, like I said, they're quite old methods now. I think we should have a new way of doing it. I think they should just be part of the story because, like I said before, they're very legendary, very brilliant events, and I think they should definitely be part of the main story. I understand why they did it in remaking the original games, but I think going forward they should definitely make time-sensitive events gone and just make them part of the story, because there's a good Darkrai event in Legends Arceus and they handled it brilliantly. It was just a side mission and it was fantastic, and there was no need for that to be time sensitive, and it wasn't, and it was brilliant. The next point I'm going to be making is the fact that I think they handled legendary Pokemon very poorly in this game. Now, when I say that, I understand that they had a lot of legendaries in this game. Like, the legendary counter they had in this game was actually unreal, but they just kind of chucked them all into Romanus Park, and it was a bit, quite frankly, boring. Like, I'm not being funny, like, you could catch Ho-Oh in this game, you could catch Dialga was part of the game, catch Ho-Oh, Lugia, Rayquaza, for example. You could catch all these fantastic Pokemon, and they kind of just stuck them into a park and not really giving them much story. Like, I understand you had to go underneath, you guys go into the underground and collect these crystals or shards to make plates or something like that. To be honest, it's been a while since I've done anything with Romanus Park. And you had to collect them all, and then you had to make these plates so you can actually put it into the pedestal, and then boom, you got bloody Arceus, well, Arceus wasn't in there, but like, you've got Lugia popping out of a bloody statue. Like, it's a cool, it's a weird one because it's a cool way to do it, but it was just so boring. Like, the amount of I know, once again, my brother, he loves these games. He has got almost all the legendaries in Romanus Park, and I've sat there watching him play it, and it's just a bit like, well, it's just him underground mining, like he's playing bloody Minecraft. But Minecraft's good, but like, it's a bit boring the way they handled it, in my opinion. And I think it is quite unfortunate because obviously, like, you've got these deities, these Pokemon, which are so cool, and you just kind of stuffed them in for the reason of having them stuffed in. Even if they only had a handful and gave them stories, and then have another handful in another game, as long as they're recognized as these sick legendary Pokemon, I think they handled it very poorly, and that's just my opinion. And this whole video is just my opinion, but I know some people like Romanus Park, some people don't. I'm on the edge of not liking Romanus Park, unfortunately. I just think they could have handled it a lot better. The main problem with this game is the fact that they recreated the wrong game. It's a remake of Diamond and Pearl, which we all know it was always going to be, but they should have remade Platinum. When you look back on old remakes, you've got Fire Red, Leaf Green, which obviously remakes of the original games, which they held it the same way. They are faithful remakes and they did it well. But you've got Heart Gold, Soul Silver, which have recreated Heart and Gold, Gold and Silver even, sorry, but they implemented crystal features. You still have the Suicune storyline, and you've got Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, which have obviously recreated Ruby and Sapphire, but you got the Delta episode, which represents some timelines from Emerald. They've always managed to get a way of the third game into the games, but they just haven't unfortunately done it for BDSP, which is a massive issue, because whenever I say this, a lot of people disagree, But then people who played Diamond and Pearl recently agree, and it's just, at this point, it's just a fact. Diamond and Pearl were very good games. When people think of Diamond and Pearl, they automatically think of Platinum, because Platinum was just this brilliant, brilliant game. And the issue is, whenever you think about Diamond and Pearl, you always think to yourself, yes, Sinnoh, it's great, which it is in Platinum. It's awful in Diamond and Pearl. It's so slow-paced. That's the issue you've got with it, and that is the issue with these games, is the fact they remade Diamond and Pearl perfectly faithfully. It's what they were going for. They've done it very well, but they've remade the wrong game, unfortunately. And the game's slow-paced. The storyline is obviously you go up to Spear Pillar and you defeat obviously Diver Palkia, depending on whichever one you've chosen. But they should have made it. They did this stuff. The lack of distortion world's probably the big thing as well. Like, it's such a sick. It would look so good. And obviously, I understand you've got Lumiose Platinum, which is a fan-made game coming out, and they've done it. They've done it with the distortion world that's coming out soon. The distortion world update. It's just they had a chance. I will wholeheartedly say that if they remade Pokemon Platinum, we would be talking about rivals for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver as the best remake Pokemon game ever. And I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think they might even have a chance of tipping them, because Platinum was such a good game. That was the main issue they had, and I think that is the issue everyone has with EDSP. To finish off the video, I'm going to be giving it a score out of 10. Now, I gave Pokemon Scarlet and Violet quite a harsh 4.5 out of 10. And to be honest with you, I stick to it. There's a lot of issues with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I think the story kind of helped it from being a 2 out of 10, quite frankly. There's a lot of issues with the game. I think maybe you could make the case be a 5, maybe a 6 for Scarlet and Violet. I think I'm being quite nice to Brilliant Diamond and Sun and Pearl. I'm going to be giving it a 6 out of 10, which I think are still very... It's a solid... The thing is, they're solid games. When you look back on them, what they're trying to do, it's a good game. They just remade the old game, the wrong game, which is the main issue with the games, unfortunately. And I think that's what people are going to have to accept. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe. See you guys soon. Goodbye.